Good afternoon, my friend, and welcome to Heat Race number 4 for the XCAL Racing 400 Likes Facebook Super Event. My name is PDJ Zeller. As always, this is Telesign TV. The man working the cameras today is Tanner Kalin, and I welcome you to the 4th and final heat race for XCAL's Super Event at the Michigan Super Speedway. Here is some results from the first 3 heat races, first and foremost. Here are the 30 cars that have already transferred into the main event that will happen tonight at 7 p.m. Kenny Tripp, John Kraft, Derek Colson, Nick Ludiger, Tyler Batchelder, Sean Dobson, Octavio Rondoletto, Noah Carpenter, Ron Walters, Arthur Hendren. Those are the guys who transferred from heat race number 1. From heat race number 2, we took Tyler McRae, Jeremy Leto, Aiden McConaughey, Diego Romero Ruiz, Dennis Wilder Jr., Quintus LaBeouf, Brad Glogally, Timothy Skillman, Jonathan Lagum, and Pedro Luiz, we'll call him. Those are the 10 drivers from the second heat race. Here's the 10 drivers from the third heat race. Stephen Baird, Carlos Ruiz, Clemente Jaramillo, Larry Orn, James Bazin, Alex Gangler, Paul Coleman Jr., Christopher Arndt, Andrew Ford, and Jay DeBuke. So 30 guys have made it so far. We have 3 provisionals. And I can say that 2 of those provisionals already have been awarded, one to the 454 of Luke Turpin, and the other one to the 13 car of Darren Snyder. And if the 062 of Johnny B cannot transfer in this 4th and final heat race, he will receive the final provisional. However, if he does not transfer in this final heat race, that final provisional will be open, or if he does transfer, that final provisional will be opened up to a new driver. I believe first in line after him is Jose Godinhino, but Godinhino's in here, so it's really a crapshoot who's going to get that last provisional. It's Johnny B's for the taking. Really, Johnny B, though, he'd like to qualify on time, not have to start from the back of the field. We have, it looks about 32 drivers are going to be attempting for 10 final spots into this event here. And let me tell you what, my friend, we have many big names who have yet to make it so far. As we get ready, drivers just wrapping up qualifying right now, about a minute left. Then they'll go at it for 25 laps around the Irish Hills of Michigan. This 2-mile super speedway is wide open in the street stocks, and with the setup we have in these cars, it has created some antsy and hectic racing so far this weekend. And I doubt this 4th and final heat race will be any different. If anything, it'll be more of the same. These guys and girls who have run with XCAL for weeks, not saying it hasn't been competitive making the races, because we have had big numbers in some heat races, but our regulars kind of know the drill by now. They know what they got to do to make the race, and they've been doing a good job of it so far. This week, with such a big purse, $325 on the line, we've had a lot of new guys show up. And for a lot of the XCAL regulars, it's put up or shut up time here. They really have something to prove, and they do not want to be left out of one of their league's biggest races of the year. So here's the starting lineup. I'll take you down through the field. Starting on pole position, and the number 7 car will be Jeff Edgar. On his outside, and the 062 will be Johnny B. In third, in the number 3 car is Brian Bateman. In fourth, in the 13 is Stephen Rex. In 5th, in the number 84 is Ryan Soper. In 6th, in the 99 is Thomas Hounahan. In 7th, in the number 9 is Mark Royce. And in 8th, in the number 12 is Jim Massey. In 9th, in the number 21 is William Alaka. And 10th is the 18 of Brett Allen. In 11th is Lindsey Lyles in the 333. In 12th is the 24 of John Schwartz. 13th is AJ Green. I don't think the NFL receiver in the number 29 car. In 14th is the number 48 of Jordan Babinger. In 15th is the 16 of William Karp. In 16th is the 20 of Jose Godino. In 17th is the 15 of Josh Rogers. In 18th is Rafael Sumpruch in the number 74 car. And in 19th is Justin Novaria in the 04. In 20th is Bruce Helmoth in the number 25. In 21st is Scott Serendixky in the 22. In 22nd is Angela Taylor in the 38th. In 23rd is Michael Brisson in the number 71. In 24th is Herbert Thomas in the 28. In 25th is Matthew Bear in the 46th. 26th is Sawyer St. Clair in the 1. And 27th is Danny Chandler in the 113. 28th is the 86 of Brendan LaBelle. 30th is going to be, 29th will be the 44 of Robert Love. 30th will be Angelo Epso in the number 33. And 31st will be Tyler Jalbert in the 30. Rounding out your field from the 32nd position will be the number 95 of Alex Benameles. And that will be your starting lineup here for today's Heat Race number 4. For the XCAL Facebook 400 Like Super Event, $325 on the line in tonight's feature event. 10 spots available. Who will it be? Lots of big XCAL names have yet to transfer, just to name a few. Edgar and Johnny B in the first row. Neither of those drivers have made it so far. Tyler Jailbird, his receive throughput fell through, so it looks like Jailbird, he's probably not going to make the show tonight, barring a miracle. Stephen Rex starting in 4th. That guy has been pretty good the last few weeks. He actually finished 2nd at Bristol last week. He is yet to transfer. Ryan Soper in the 84. He does not have a provisional available to him. He has to qualify in this heat race. Thomas Hounahan, Mark Royce, Lindsey Lyles, John Shorts, Jordan Badbanger, William Karp, Josh Rogers, Rafael Semperuch, Jose Godino. A lot of big XCAL names yet to transfer, and we are excited to see who is going to make it. There will be some new faces for sure, but which of the olds are going to make it here as we go down the backstretch one last time into turn number 3? The field will be at the mercy of Jeff Edgar as they go to the green flag. Just to note a few restart rules, there is no passing or changing lanes before the start-finish line, which pretty much means you just want to stay in your line until you get there. There is also this week a rule where the leader has to go on the green flag to keep the field nice and tight, so we will see that here. On the outside, I just noticed that was actually 2 team cars up there. That was the Droppin' Bombs 062 and 13, so keep an eye on some teamwork. Here we go down the front stretch. Green flag in the air. We are down and away, and the 062 of Johnny B, I think, might have missed a shift. However, his teammate gave him a nice little shove there and got him going. On the earliest marks, it is Jeff Edgar down to the low side. He shows the fast way around the racetrack. Bateman in the 3 now, pulls up even with the 062 of Johnny B. Bateman will find himself in the 2nd spot. Usually it takes about a corner or two for that outside line to get going. One storyline to watch, that these cars are very loose in the first few laps of a run. This setup takes a little time to get going. If you're not up on the wheel, these things can get away from you very quickly, so keep an eye on that. Pay attention to some drivers maybe getting loose, as the best battle for position right now is the battle for 3rd between Ryan Soper and Johnny B. As Mark Royce gets into the 21 car, he gets sideways. He's going to hang on to it as Royce is having a little bit of an issue there. They go 4 wide with Lindsey Lyles back there. I have had to say that way too many times this weekend. Lindsey Lyles is just known how to get around here 4 wide as she makes a move to make her way into the top 10. First lap around was led by Brian Bateman in the 3 car. He beat Jeff Edgar to the line by about 91 thousandths of a second. We have a little 3 wide racing going on, and I'll be honest, these guys are racing awfully close and tight right now, considering everything that's on the line. One false move and you go into the outside wall, and, well, you're not in the main event tonight. It's as simple as that. These guys continue to race around the speedway. Edgar shows the way. They go 3 wide for the 2nd position. Soper on the outside. In the middle, we got the number 21 car. That's William Alaka. And on the low side, Brian Bateman. Alaka in the middle looks like he's going to pull the 2nd position. Looks like Soper on the outside is going to let him just battle. Soper knows with no provisional, he needs to keep his car clean. If he doesn't have a car at the end, he's not making the show. Here we go down the front stretch one last time. Edgar is going to show us the lead, this time by the flag stand. Bateman pulls in nice and tight behind him as Akala on the outside starts to make the move for the lead. They have a lap car they're coming up on here. That was the number 71 of Michael Brinson, I believe. Looks like Brisson is just going to go high and get out of their way and adhere to the leaders as everyone tries to make their way around. Now they are 3 wide back there. Oh, Johnny B, and they are going to make it by that Brisson car. That was so tight there, but it looks like everyone's going to hang on. So we race 3 wide in the back of the pack right now. Meanwhile, up front, Alcala has taken the lead. Alcala cleared Edgar for a second. However, he chose not to pull down. I think he must like that outside line or something like that. They continue to race side by side for the top spot. That 3 wide in the back of the pack is kind of settled down. Johnny B, it looks like, is just going to pull in the line and mind his P's and Q's right now. He can kind of play it safe. He knows he has a provisional regardless of what happens here. But as I said earlier, you'd like to start higher in this race. You don't want to be trapped in the back of the pack early and get caught up in that big one. So don't be surprised if we see him racing for some position here. Speaking of racing for position, we're about to go 3 wide for the 2nd spot. On the low side, you got Brian Bateman. In the middle, that is Alcala. And on the high side, that's AJ Green in the number 29 car. Green is going to pull into line now and push the 21 of Alcala up door even with Jeff Edgar. They go 3 wide behind them with Lindsey Lyles, Mark Royce, and Ryan Soper. Tight racing action going on right now, and Soper wanted none of that. He got way out of the lane and just let those guys go at it. Here we go now, Mark Royce up the middle looking for that 3rd spot. A hole that is there might close quickly though. That's the deal here at Michigan. Royce lets off the gas and he's just going to let him settle. It is now, oh, we have a wreck. They're spinning behind him. Rex goes into the outside wall. Trouble, and the caution will fly. I saw a few guys involved in that. I saw the 84 of Ryan Soper missing. However, I believe that the 20 car of Jose Godino barely missed him, and we will begin a replay for you on that momentarily. All right, so look at what happened here. It looks like Jim Massey in that 12 car just came down into the 13's quarter panel, which sent them around into the outside wall. The 13 ended up getting the worst of that. He hit the outside wall hard. Ryan Soper ended up spinning, and it looks like he avoided all contact in that one, I believe. I cannot confirm that completely. I'm also involved in that. I saw Jordan Babinger in the number 48. That car is beat up, but it looks like she'll still run. Sawyer St. Clair got some damage. The 13 of Stephen Rex, I'm trying to see how bad that car is, which just done. And it is on pit road right now. It looks like Stephen Rex's chances of making this one are getting slim and few here. I know he is. If Godino and Johnny B both were to transfer, he would possibly be eligible for that final provisional spot. But that is up for debate. So we have 4 cars already trapped laps down. That was Danny Chandler, Matthew Baer, Tyler Jalbert, and Michael Brisson. So those 4 are lapped down, and being a lap down, and this is pretty much a death sentence. As we see a lot of the leaders come down pit road, although not all of them. You aren't quite within that fuel window yet at lap number 5. Unless we see a couple, if the guys that pitted now get another caution, they're good, but if we happen to go green to the end, they would not be. Looking through the field, just trying to see who survived all that. Looks like up front, Jeff Edgar did stay out. He's still your leader. And that was really the only thing we can be certain of right now. Looking on the pits, looking for cars with damage. Babinger's down there. That car is awfully beat up. I'm curious if he has required repairs. We'll see if he gets that thing back out there. Let's see. Rex, I think Rex is pretty much done for. Soper, he got his car quickly repaired. He didn't hit anything. He just spun. He did get hit pretty hard in the left rear quarter panel, and that affected him negatively, obviously. But that car is really no worse for wear. He should be okay. Looking up through some of these other guys, John Schwartz in the 24 looks like he came down pit road. William Karp in the number 16, Thomas Hounahan in the 99, and Jose Godino, who barely missed that accident, came down to get some fuel on that thing. I'll tell you what, I really don't hate the strategy of pitting here. I think pitting was probably the right move for a lot of these drivers. Sorry, I was just reading some of the driver chat there. There's an argument between Stephen Rex and Jim Massey right now. And one agreeing this time by, sorry, I was just reading, there's a lot of arguing. You know, last heat race here, everyone's all heated, a lot of tempers are flaring. This is it. You either make the show here or you're going home, and obviously if you're involved in a wreck, you're going to be pretty upset. Let me take you down through the top 10 as we get ready to get this thing restarted. Starting in first will be Jim Massey in the 12 car, which I don't believe is correct. That is not correct. Starting first will be Jeff Edgar in the number 7. Second will be the 3 of Brian Bateman. Third will be Mark Royce in the 9. Fourth will be Lindsey Lyles in the 333. Fifth will be Brett Allen in the number 18. Sixth will be Scott Serendisky in the number 22. 7th will be the 15 of Josh Rogers. 8th will be the 74 of Rafael Semperuch. 9th will be Johnny B in the number 062. And 10th will be Bruce Helmuth in the number 25. Your first 5 out are Justin Novaria, Brendan LaBelle, Robert Love, William Alaka, and Jose Godino. And the drivers bring their cars down into turns number 3 and 4. It is still Jeff Edgar showing the field the way. To update you, by the way, on that number 48 of Babinger, he did get that car back out there and managed to stay on the lead lap. So Babinger is definitely worse for wear, but he's going to have some sort of shot at it here. We'll see what happens. They come down through 3 and 4, and the field is at the mercy of Jeff Edgar as they come off the corner. The pace car pulls off. They just await the green flag. Now, here they come. Starter has the flag in hand. Green flag in the air, and we are down and away as Edgar gets a nice jump on the inside. Bateman on the high side stays close and tight. Keep an eye on that gold car in third. Mark Royce will likely make a move here shortly. Royce pulls nice in the line, as on his outside, Lindsey Lyles in the 333 is trying to find her way up. No, a little bit of a checkup on the outside. Hopefully they get it all sorted out, and they do, as Lindsey Lyles had to get a little bit out of line there. That opens up the door for the 22 of Scott Serenditsky. Up front, Edgar continues to lead the pack. Here we go down low, though. It's Mark Royce in that 9 car going for the top spot now. Royce draws even with that number 7 of Edgar as they race down into turn number 3. It is going to be Royce into 3. He has a ton of help right now from that 18 of Brent Allen. Mark Royce now inches ahead as he is going to take the lead away from Jeff Edgar. Here comes Edgar, though, battling back on the high side with a lot of drafting help from Brian Bateman. Bateman pulls right up to the bumper of that 7 car, gives him some help, gives him a push, and they pull even at the stripe. But that time by, it's going to be Mark Royce leading by just about 8/1000ths of a second. You don't get much closer than that, folks. Lots of good racing going on all around the track right now. We have some 3-wide action in the middle. Keep an eye on that red and black 84 car, Ryan Soper. Ryan Soper, he is going to be trying to find his way back up through this pack as he knows he doesn't have a provisional. He knows he has to transfer. And right now, as he sits in 18th, that's not getting the job done. That 84 is going to need all the help he can get. Up front, though, Edgar races for the lead. It's the number 3 car of Bateman, looks to the outside. Oh, it's getting dicey up here. Scott Serenditsky just came into a hole that was barely there in front of Lindsey Wiles. Wiles gets loose now. Wiles goes up the racetrack. Can Wiles hang on? She does. That'll allow Rafael Sempruch to come up through the pack, though. Here we go. 3 wide for the lead. Almost in the grass is going to be Brent Allen in the 18. Edgar in the middle, and on the outside's Bateman. Does Edgar give Allen the line? He does. Allen's going to slide back up. He'll be in the lead now. So they go 3 wide into 1. Edgar in the middle. No! Flies up the racetrack. He gets into Bateman. Can Bateman hang on? No, he cannot. Edgar goes around. Oh, death is happening. Lots of cars wrecking. I see the 333, the 9. And that is just unfortunate there. That was just a bad incident there, and that's going to take out a lot of cars that really needed this race. That all started with the 7 of Jeff Edgar. I can tell you that much. I will see what happened exactly. And yeah, Edgar was just in the middle there. I don't know what happened. He just slid up about 4 or 5 lanes right into the 3 car, and then he finished him off, and Edgar went around. And the thing is, if Edgar wouldn't have spun himself, that accident probably wouldn't have been quite as bad, because the 3 car, he did get drilled by a couple guys, but he kept it going. Everyone just parked right into that. That was an ugly accident all around. But the 04 of Navaria got involved in that. Edgar, his car actually isn't that bad. Johnny B in the 06-2 was in that. Looks like his car is going to be semi-okay. Hounahan was in that. Looks like Hounahan got quite a bit of damage. We had Lindsey Wiles. She ended up on her roof. She's probably out for the count at this point. Mark Royce ended up on his roof. He's out for the count at this point. Continuing to look through these cars, I think I saw someone else involved in that too on their roof. Yeah, William Karp, he got put on his roof. That car is not looking good to make the feature. And that was just not a good move there by Edgar in the 7. And you know, Edgar's a good driver. He's raced with us a lot, and I have a lot of respect for his driving skills. But that incident right there, he just kind of lost a handle on the car, and unfortunately, that is going to cost Mark Royce, Lindsey Wiles, Thomas Hounahan, William Karp, and several others a chance at making this feature event, and Edgar himself, because Edgar got the black flag for causing the accident. So just a very unfortunate accident there. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow some guys who really weren't looking to transfer to maybe have a chance of transferring here. As I am going to keep an eye, we should see just about everyone come down pit road, I think, under this one. Or at least everyone who's been staying out. Just an unfortunate accident, though. I know I keep saying it, but I keep thinking that is just not at all what we wanted to see. Really was hoping to watch some of those guys at least get a chance to transfer. We have a bunch of torn up cars now on pit road. Royce, who just does not have luck whatsoever. Hounahan, it's just not been his weekend. Rex has had bad luck this weekend. Edgar, obviously, it's been unfortunate for him, but that one, he really has no one else to blame but himself. It's like Rafael Sempruch got a little damage in that one, but he's not looking too bad. That car is going to get back out there. We'll take you through the top 10 momentarily. I want to make sure everyone pits and we're caught up on the cycles. I can tell you, though, that your leader is going to be Brent Allen in the number 18 car. And second looks like it's going to be Josh Rogers in the 15. I'm not certain which guys still have to pit and which guys don't. Also worth noting, Johnny B, while involved in the accident, is still out there on the lead lap. And where this becomes important is if Johnny B can work his way into a transfer spot on his own, he won't need the provisional, which will open up a spot for a guy like possibly Royce or Hounahan or Babinger or one of those guys who've just not had the best of luck. But honestly, if you're a fan of Mark Royce, if you're a fan of Thomas Hounahan, you're a fan of Lindsey Lyles, you're a fan of Jeff Edgar, you're sitting watching this broadcast right now, you are cheering for the 20 car and the 062 to advance. If those two cars transfer, that opens up the provisional spot to possibly one of those. And I can't say it for certain because Hillbush has the list. I don't have the list, and I'm not looking at it, obviously. But I believe the 333 of Lindsey Lyles may be the next in line. Could be wrong. Regardless, we're doubled up, getting ready to go green here on the restart. Here's your top 10. Brent Allen is in first, second Josh Rogers, third Scott Saranditsky, fourth Brendan Labella, fifth William Alaka, sixth is going to be Robert Love, seventh Jose Godino, eighth Ryan Soper, ninth Angela Espo, and 10th is John Shorts. The next five out are Herbert Thomas in the 28, Rafael Sempruch in the 74, Bruce Helmuth in the number 25, Matthew Bear in the 46th, and Johnny B in the 062. The only other two cars on the lead lap, actually only one other car is on the lead lap, 16 on the lead lap, and that was Brian Bateman in the 3, who's the 16th car. So 16 guys going for 10 spots, and a lot of guys cheering for the 062 and 20 to just drive their way in. We head down into turn number 3. The field is at the mercy of Brent Allen. We will see what Allen does here as he brings the field off the corner. Josh Rogers on the outside. XCAL runner for the last few weeks here. It's good to see him out here in Michigan giving it his best shot. As we bring it down through the corner, the iRacing Ford Mustang pulls off, makes that hard left-hand turn, and now they wait the flag man to show them the green flag. Here they come. Green flag in the air, they're down and away, and it is a dead heat. Both drivers hit the gas pedal at about the same time, and they are drawn even here at the stripe. On the inside, it looks like Allen did get a little bit of our push from Saranditsky, and he will show up. We have a car just dropping to the back like a rock right now. I'm going to try to figure out who that is. Someone has just lost the motor or something in that car, as I'm looking to figure out who that is. I believe that is Robert Love in the number 44. So that car has some sort of mechanical issue. That car is pretty much a sitting duck right now, as we like to call it. Up front, though, the battle for the lead is good. They're going 3 wide for second, which is pretty crazy right now, considering that they're all in transfer spots. Here we go, 3 wide for the lead. The 21 car to the inside. Rogers on the outside. In the middle is Brent Allen. Here comes Saranditsky down to the low side. He'll make it 3 wide for second. They continue to race hot and heavy here up front. It's going to be Saranditsky sliding to second. Leading the race right now is going to be Alcala in the number 21 machine. Alcala shows the way. They're about to go 3 wide for the top spot. And oh my goodness, a daring move there from Brendan LaBelle. LaBelle keeps that car facing the right way, though, and he's looking for a hole to make it 4 wide. No holes there as they continue to race 3 wide for the top spot. 11 laps to go that time by at the stripe. Not sure who's good on gas and not sure who's not. I think some of these newer guys who are running up front might not realize you don't have gas to make it to the end. We might see some cars run out in this one. Saranditsky continues to show the way. They're going to go 4 wide for the top spot, just not the move you probably want to make, and I think LaBelle thought better of it. They're all going to hang on as they continue to race 3 wide up front. It's Allen way outside. In the middle, it's Alcala on the low side. Saranditsky, who has the lead for the moment. Saranditsky now continues to show the way around the speedway. Here comes Labella. Labella looks to the low side. Saranditsky throws the block. Labella thinks about going in the grass. Now he thinks better of it. That time by at the stripe, it was as close as it can possibly be, but it was Alcala on the outside line leading. 10 laps to go. 10 more laps to decide 10 transfer spots between 5 drivers. There are 15 drivers, excuse me. 15 cars on the lead lap. Right now, there's only about 10 in the lead pack. Right now, there's 11 technically. Herbert Thomas is just kind of waiting in the wings, seeing if a wreck will happen. And right now, the way they're racing, that doesn't seem like a bad thing to wait on. Here they go 3 wide for second as LaFell makes a daring move down to the low side. Now he goes for the lead. He will not be able to get there, though. The 21 of Alcala keeps going well, and LaBelle will just have to settle for second as Saranditsky battles back on his outside. First time I've made mention of the 25 of Bruce Helmuth. He's up there in the lead pack, racing for a spot as well. Godino in the number 20 car is looking for somewhere to go as well. Everyone's starting to get a little antsy. They know it's just about going time as things are starting to go down here. We still have 13, maybe even 14 cars within striking distance here. Some of these cars laying back, I'm thinking maybe they're just waiting for a wreck and they don't want to be a part of it themselves. I mean, one more wreck and it's pretty much guaranteed anyone who's running is going to transfer. So these guys really need to take it nice and easy here at the end, want to avoid another big one. As they continue to battle for the top spot, Saranditsky on the high side, Alcala down low. Serendinski has the lead as they head into the corner, but Alcala, as he does every lap, is going to pull right up door even with them. Those two beat and bang off the corner. It's going to be Alcala on the low side with the advantage. Here we go, maybe three wide action again as Brandon LaBelle looks down low. Brent Allen with kind of a weird shove there into the 22. Was he going to try to split the middle? That would be a move. He will not. Brent Allen will think better of it, and they will continue to race. Nice minding their P's and Q's here. Now we have Ryan Soper in the 84 car. He's starting to catch this lead pack once again. He is right up behind these guys. Here we go. Tough racing for the top spot. Serendinski gets a little loose as he gets a bump from Brent Allen. Allen continues to push that Serendinski machine down the back straightaway. Here we go. Three wide for about the third spot. We have a 25 of Helmoth going underneath the yellow line. Now they're going to be four wide, and there they go. They're wrecking. The 21 car goes around. A couple of them go around. Looks like everyone's going to, for the most part, hang on, though. We are going to stay green. That will not warrant a caution, as Helmoth went below the yellow line and just took out Alcala. Neither of those cars are no longer in transfer positions as we stand. I believe there are about now 11 cars racing for 10 transfer spots. I'll give you the update this time by at the line. We have Serendinski in the lead, Allen in second, Rafael Sempruch in third, fourth Brandon LaBelle, fifth Jose Gaudino, sixth Ryan Soper, seventh Angela Espo, eighth Johnny B, ninth John Schwartz, and 10th Josh Rogers. Still one more car left in that pack that could race for the spot. Two more, I should say. Matthew Bear and Herbert Thomas are there. Those two cars are certainly within striking distance of trying to make their run in a transfer spot. We will see if either of them have anything for these guys. They continue to race hot and heavy up front. A nice battle going on for the third spot as we see Rafael Sempruch taking it three wide down low. Oh me, oh my, this could get hairy here as they come off the corner. Sempruch down low. In the middle, I believe that's Brent Allen, and on the outside, that is going to be LaBelle. As they race as close as you possibly can, and oh no, here we go. Contact is made. LaBelle's going to hang on. Sempruch hangs on. This is getting hairy. They're all in transfer spots. They literally just need to drive smart, and we're all going to make it to the main event. Don't tell them that, though, because they think it's time to race for the win. 6 to go that time by at the stripe. If they make it back one more time, there will be no more cautions. XCAL will not throw a caution within 5 laps at the end of the event. They continue to race hard up front. On the outside, it's LaBelle going for the top spot on Serendinski. Serendinski is now going to be cleared by LaBelle. LaBelle with a daring move to chop down there, but he did it regardless, and it ended up working. Now we have that 74 of Sempruch looking low. And oh, LaBelle is out of gas. LaBelle is out of fuel, as is the 18 of Brent Allen, and I told you that could be a factor. What this does is it moves Herbert Thomas and a few others up into transfer spots, as we did have someone else dip off. I believe that might have been Angelo Epso. We will see this time by at the stripe, and here's your updated top 10. It's going to be Scott Serendinski, Rafael Sempruch, who goes for the lead. Serendinski runs out of gas. Serendinski is out of fuel. Serendinski ran practice races. That is surprising to me, and that'll be Rafael. Actually, Serendinski might not be out of gas. I don't know what happened there. Maybe he's trying to save or something. But it's, as we sit right now, Serendinski, Sempruch, Angelo Expo, Jose Gaudino, Ryan Soper, Johnny B, John Schwartz, Herbert Thomas, Matthew Bear, and Bruce Helmoth are the 10 that would transfer. Seeing what happened with Josh Rogers, he had to come down pit road. That's unfortunate for him. Here we come this time by. The 22 of Scott Serendinski is going to pull off. That'll also move, I believe. No, that means that whichever car makes it off the pits quickest will be in a transfer spot, which actually, I think that's going to end up being Jeff Edgar. I think Jeff Edgar is going to race his way back into a transfer spot. Up front, there's 4 laps to go. They're going hard and heavy at it for the win. These guys really just need to take it easy. They have such a huge lead. There's no reason to go too hard for this win. Soper takes it up the middle, 3 wide for second. Here comes Soper now, closing in on Rafael Sempruch. Soper looks to the outside. Sempruch continues to lead. Sempruch on the low side now. Here comes Soper up top. Ryan Soper in that 84 machine. He needs to transfer in this one. There is not a provisional available to him. If something were to happen here and he was involved in some sort of incident, it would be the end of the weekend for him. He dives down low underneath Sempruch. He gives him a little bump, a tap. Sempruch continues to hang on. This time by at the flag stand, there will be 3 more laps to go. 3 laps to settle. Heat race number 4 for the XCAL Facebook Likes 400 race, as Sempruch gets passed on the low side by Soper. Soper goes down low. Sempruch will give him the lane. Soper drives on the yellow line. That is a hairy move there. That car is going to lose some speed off the corner as Sempruch pulls right up next to him again. Here we go. Your top 10 as we sit are going to be, I believe, I believe Jeff Edgar is the 10th car, but I could be wrong. Here they come around this time. It's Ryan Soper and Rafael Semperuch racing for the top spot. And yes, Jeff Edgar is in that 10th spot. So if Edgar can hang on, he does have William Alcala not too far behind him. And Alcala actually is making a pass on the high side of Edgar. That is a heck of a battle for the last transfer spot right there. We will follow that one closely. Up front, though, this time by the stripe, there is just 2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks in the air, and Semperuch and Soper continue to battle hard for this one. Semperuch had it that time by the stripe. Only 2 more to go. There's about 6 cars within striking distance. 4 with a real shot right now. Johnny B is the odd man out if they all should tangle. Up front, Semperuch on the high side continues the race nice and clean with that 84 of Ryan Soper. Here comes Semperuch now off the corner. Semperuch is going to pull up to the top spot now as he continues to show the way around Michigan. Update on that transfer spot. It was Alcala that time at the stripe. He is followed closely behind, though, by Jeff Edgar. Edgar lost a little ground to him, but he has to know this is for the transfer spot. I have to find a way to get past Alcala. Maybe that Edgar car's down on power. I'm not sure. Up front, though, they race for the lead. This time by, the white flag will be displayed. 1 more lap to go. The 74 and 84 race for the win here and a chance for the pole position in tonight's event. Up front, it is going to be a heck of a battle. Semperuch on the outside, and on the low side, it's Soper. As, oh my goodness, Matthew Baer and Jeff Edgar duel for the final transfer spot. That's a good one. We're going to keep our eyes up front, though. I'll be able to get to the final transfer spot when it comes time to the stripe. Here they come off the corner. Soper inches ahead. He gets a little bit loose. Semperuch now rockets back past him down the backstretch. Semperuch with the advantage down the backstretch. Rafael Semperuch trying to win his first ever XCAL heat race. Can he get a good run through 3 and 4? If he can get a good side draft off the 84 of Soper, I don't see any reason why Semperuch can't make it happen. Here they come off the corner. It's Soper on the low side. Semperuch on the high side. Here we go. This time by, the checkered flag is in the air. Who gets back first? Semperuch on the high side. Soper down low. Get out the photo finish cameras, and it is way too close to call. And it was Rafael Semperuch by 7 1/1000ths of a second. Here we go. Battle for the last transfer spot. Matthew Baer and Jeff Edgar. And oh no, Matthew Baer is wrecked. Matthew Baer is wrecked down the backstretch. Something has happened, and Jeff Edgar will get the final transfer spot. We'll have to see if he did a Kyle Larson, Ryan Newman type situation there. But for the time being, Jeff Edgar did get the transfer spot. I didn't see anything, by the way, so I'm not accusing him of wrecking the 46, I want to say. But it is they were racing for position, and I see the 46 is fenced on the inside wall, so we'll have to look at that. But your winner in this one is Rafael Semperuch, as I'm going to give you your 10 transfer spots. Rafael Semperuch transferred in the 74. In the 84, Ryan Soper finished second. Third was Jose Gaudino. Fourth was Angelo Espo. Fifth was Johnny B. Sixth was John Schwartz. Seventh was Bruce Helmoth. Eighth was Herbert Thomas. Ninth was William Alcala. And 10th was Jeff Edgar, with 11th being Josh Rogers. So a good, exciting final heat race here, as we have a few more cars transferring into the big event tonight. I would try to pull in Rafael Semperuch, but we probably aren't going to be able to get a hold of him on the the Discord. So with that, I think we're going to end this broadcast. Us senior admins have some things to go over before this one. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to tune in again in 3 hours for the feature event. Until we meet again, this is PDJ Zeller, Telesign TV, on behalf of Tanner Kalin and all of our people over here. Take it easy. See you in a few hours.